Hi everyone, thank you so much for joining me today at practice. My name is Kristen McQuaid. I'm a 500-hour RYT. Today's practice is going to be a 30-minute, fairly vigorous practice. Maybe for some of you it won't be that challenging. It definitely is for me. We're working on our core, right? So the front, sides, and backs of our core. We all know that's incredibly important to have a strong core. It really supports the stacking of the vertebrae of the spine, right? So if we can keep the vertebrae of the spine fairly stacked and aligned, the extremities, right, the rest of the body feels fairly supple and easy. We can move away from discomfort in the body. So we're going to get started right here. If this is too intense for you, you're more than welcome to take a wide-legged forward fold. What I'm looking for is equanimity in the sits bones, right? So the evenness in the left and right sitting bone. I'm going to turn so we can start our practice here. We're going to bring our hands together in prayer pose. I like to start every class with just a couple of moments of silence, right? So we can kind of really drop into our inner sensory world, right? And understand better how, for sure, the physical body's feeling, right? That's the one that speaks to us the most. But if we sit long enough, then the memos and the messages start to bubble up from the subtle body layers. So we'll start together here, hands either in prayer pose or on your knees. And again, we'll look for that nice stacked spine. We're going to start with the belly pulled slightly in, slightly up. And I'm going to ask you to sort of drop your heart, if you will. So if you can soften the front of your body, you can lengthen the back of your body and create nice traction in the spine line. Right, so softening the eyes closed, and we'll start here with just 2 rounds of cleansing breath. So breathing deeply again in through both nasal passages, down the spine of the line of the spine, into that soft skin below the navel. So big breath in. One more time, nice full breath in. Exhale. Lovely. We'll blink the eyes open here. We're going to take the hands right in front of us. The hands at the distance of the shoulder, just like we would in downward facing dog. So separate the fingers, right? Pull the belly in, and then the sit bones are pressing even. So we're already activating our core, right? And on the exhalation, we'll incrementally inch the hands forward, wherever forward is for you. The idea is that the sits bones stay connected. So if we find lift, then we'll want to walk back. And if we start to round down, we'll lose all of that sweet space we could be getting. So we'll start to straighten the arms and maybe walk the hands back, okay? So we're going to go forward. We're going to take just a couple of moments here to lengthen and limber the side body and the spine line, dropping the forehead, or maybe it's the forearms, and the head's dropping towards the floor. And then we're going to activate the back side of our body. So press the hands down and apart, and you'll feel that conversation in the rhomboid, that muscle that protects the back side of the heart. Feel that there. Press the hands down, lift the head up, pull the navel in, and then slowly start to slide the hands like they're scraping over water. Take your hands the distance of the shoulders, tap your toes lightly, pull your belly in strongly, and then slowly start to rise your legs into your variation of Navasana. So we want a nice strong back, right? Strong back to support a soft front and an open heart. The toes will press together just enough, and then there's a slight internal rotation, so we ensure we're working the full circumference of the legs. Good, take a full breath in here. And then we're going to flex the ankle and fan the toes. Turn the palms up, right? That gesture of receiving, so we can source energy in through the body, also in through the navel. And on an exhale, we'll slowly start to drawbridge down for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we'll stay low here in our canoe shape. We're trying to soften the kidneys on the floor. The feet are stretching far away from the crown of the head. The navel's pulled in strongly. The palms are facing up. Take a full breath in. Turn the palms in. Sharpen the toes strongly and exhale. Slowly start to rise. Nice, slow, sweet, and easy. Right? Reaching the arms long. So the arms help lift the heart. The toes help lift the leg. Take a nice full breath in. And one more time we'll do that. One more time. Turn the palms up. Flex the ankle, fan the toes. Slowly start to drawbridge down. Right? Pull the navel in strongly. Right? Squeeze the inseam of the thighs towards the midline of the body. And then we find ourselves in Ardha Navasana, our half boat pose. Good. Staying here for just 3 breaths. Right, making sure to breathe. 2 breaths.
One more breath, turn the palms in, sharpen the toes, exhale, slow float, right? Find buoyancy in the body, just like boat does in water. Good. One more breath here, and then exhale, we cross the opposite leg in front. So left in front of right or right in front of left, whatever you chose first, do the opposite here. Then here we have 3 breaths to exhale and walk the hands forward, wherever forward is for your body, right? Drop the head low, breathing deeply, press the hands down, slightly apart, conversation in the rhomboid, pull the belly in, and then slowly start to drag the fingers across the mat. One more time, do a nice slow roll, round, rise, hands at the distance of the shoulders, tap the toes lightly, and the exhale, we straighten the legs in our Navasana. Or maybe here's Navasana for you, right? Or maybe it's here. What's important is we're in between the sacrum and the sit bone. There's a sweet spot of flesh. That's what we're looking for, okay? So maybe it's here. Doing your yoga practice, always doing your yoga practice. So staying here for 3 breaths. Good, 2 breaths. Right, toes pressed together, legs turned in slightly. Last breath, turn the palm up, flex the ankle, fan the toes, and we draw a bridge down, pulling the navel in strongly. So here we're working the 2 layers of the abdominal muscles. The rectus abdominis, that's the one that gives us our 6 or 8 pack, but it's not our strongest, right? The strongest is the transverse, the deepest part of the ab layer. That creates a maximum amount of strength. This is what we're working on here. Sharpen the toes, turn the palms in, slowly draw a bridge up. Wherever your version of Navasana is, do that. Use the extremities to help lift the body, right? We have that expression in yoga. Everything in yoga radiates out, nothing hangs out. Good, one more breath. Turn the palms up, flex the ankle, fan the toes, keep the feet together. Exhale, we lower down. Ardha Navasana, nice, slow, sweet, and easy. Right, we're looking for that nice canoe shape, right? Sourcing power in through the navel. Sharpen the toes strongly. Exhale, we rise. Beautiful. And then we'll switch again, crossing one leg in front of the other, hands underneath the shoulders, nice, sweet, and easy into tabletop. I'm going to ask you to tuck the toes, right? It's a counter pose. Drop the belly, so we stretch the abdominal muscles. Hands underneath the shoulders, inner elbow points towards the top of the mat. And the exhalation, pull the belly in, drop the head. Good. Inhale, belly drops, head rises. Exhale. Do that 2 more times. Inhaling into our cow shape. Arms are strong. Good. Exhale. Nicely done. From here, take the feet slightly wider than the distance of the hips. Slowly start to straighten the legs and pedal the heels. The heels don't need to touch the floor. In fact, if they touch the floor, you're going to lose the space that you could be creating if you step the feet further away from the hands, right? And then we're thinking of softening the shoulders, right? So we can lengthen the arms and maybe drop the fontanelle on the floor. Maybe there's a little bend in the knees, right? So just finding equanimity in the densest part of the body, that's the waist up, with the lightest part, the waist down. Okay. Downward facing dog. So just a couple rounds of Vinyasa. Leaving the feet on the floor, we're gonna roll spine, sharp line, plank pose, right? Take the back of the heart high to heaven, tuck that tailbone strongly. The inhalation, the heart goes way over the thumbs. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Hover, hold 1 breath. Press your arms straight, exhale. Downward facing dog, drop the head. Take 2 breaths here. Really use your breath to move your body, cleanse your body, and energize your body, right? Try not to hold your breath. 1 more time. On this next one, right, we don't want to just hinge at shoulders and hips. We want to roll the spine. So try to roll the spine into a sharp line, plank pose. Try not to collapse in the low lumbar, right? The tailbone goes sharply over the heel bones, crown of the head over the top of the mat. On the inhalation, the heart goes way over the thumbs. Exhale, heart in line with the elbows. Chaturanga Dandasana. Use your breath as wind power. Press back up, so sweet and easy. Plank pose. Exhale, dog pose. All the way up and over back into tabletop. Tabletop. From here, we do that similar shape of cat-cow, but we're going to use our arms and our legs. So we're going to sweep the right knee underneath the navel. On the exhalation, right arm long, left leg long behind you. Flex that back ankle, fan the toes, and then we're going to roll round in, and you're going to pull your elbow to your knee underneath your navel. Inhale, flex and fan. Good. Sharp toe, exhale. Bring the elbow and the knee, let them find each other. Inhale, one more time. Sharpen the toe, and then I'm going to ask you to hold and press. Don't hang out, right? These are good friends. They've just found each other after many years, and they're going to press, press, press like a strong hug, right? Hold for 3, hold for 2, hold for 1, inhaling. Good. You're going to drop your right hand underneath your right shoulder. You're going to kickstand your right foot to the right side of the mat. Kickstand the right foot to the right side of the mat, and you're going to peel yourself open. Left hand rises high. Take the left arm over the left ear, flex the ankle, fan the toe. Exhale, side oblique, elbow to knee. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, compress. Inhale, extend. Exhale, pressing. Inhale, extend. Just 2 more. Exhale, press. Inhale, extend. Exhale, press, and we hold for 5, hold for 4, 3, 2. Good. Right back into our half moon, floating right into our half moon. Drop the left hand underneath the left shoulder. Keep that left leg lifted. Curl the right. Toes fire up the core. Tuck the tailbone. Straighten the leg. 3-legged dog. Point through the ball of the foot, and the hips follow the floor, not the side of the mat. Good. Gently drop. Left knee under left rib cage. Right knee under right rib cage. Inhaling into our cow. Exhaling. Press the air away. Inhale, belly drops, head rises. Exhale, this is our little mini break. It's our little reset. We'll do that 2 more times. Belly drops, head rises, inhaling. Exhale. Coming back to that neutral position, we're going to slide the left knee underneath the navel. The deal with the navel and the knee, finding each other before we lift the arms and the legs, it gives you more stability. It may not feel great to you, so if that doesn't feel great, keep your knee underneath your hip. Otherwise, we'll slide the left knee underneath the navel. The exhalation, the right leg goes long and the left arm goes long, right? And we're looking for this nice dynamic flexing of that ankle, right? That right foot stands on space as much as the left foot is touching on earth, okay? Sharpen the toe, right? So if we do this and we sharpen the toe, bring your awareness to your calf muscle and do a flex, extend, right? If you sharpen the toe and bring it in, you work the full circumference of the leg to bring the leg in. That also helps when you do a step through from 3-legged dog to runner's lunge. Sharpen the toe, exhale, pull, press, inhale, lengthen. Very last one, gently pressing, and we're holding for 5. Hold for 4, pull the belly in for 3, hold for 2, hold for 1, inhale, lengthen. Drop the left hand underneath the left shoulder, kickstand the left foot, peel yourself open to the right side of the mat, mini moon, right? The heel is in line with the hip. Hand in line with the shoulder. Good. And then we take the right arm over the right ear and then exhale, elbow to knee 5 times, press. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, press. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, lengthen. Just 2 more. Exhale, press. Inhale, lengthen. Last one, and we hold. 5. Hold 4. Good. Press. Hold 3. Hold 2. Hold 1. Beautiful. Leg goes long. Right hand underneath the right shoulder. The left foot underneath the left sit bone. Curl the left toes. Straighten the left leg. 3-legged dog. It's really stretching out the back of the hamstring. Drop the head. Good. And then we take ourselves right back into tabletop. Inhale, stretch the belly. Exhale, slowly round. Inhale, belly drops, head rises. Exhale, rounding. 2 more. Inhaling, really using the breath to nourish the body. Exhale, Inhale, belly drops. Exhale. Lovely. Okay. Now we're going to grab our block or a book. Grab a block or a book. Something that's fairly, that's like has a little bit of weight to it, maybe like a half of a pound or a pound. You don't want to grab a couple of blocks. They might kind of slide away from each other. So you want just 1 unit, something that has maybe about a half of a pound or a pound to it. We're going to find ourselves on our backs. You're going to take the block, right, on the low setting, or as we say, sorry, on the medium setting, and you're going to squeeze it right in between your thighs closest to your pelvic floor. Closest to your pelvic floor. Your knees should be in line with your hips, your ankles in line with your knees, and all 10 toes are flexed in, right? So this is Ustrasana, right? This is chair pose, right? In the low lumbar, the kidneys are pressed sweetly into the mat, okay? Hands go behind the head, traditional sit-up style. The thumbs right at the base of the occiput, elbows go east-west. On the exhalation, we're going to leave the left elbow on the floor. We're going to peel the right elbow up, peel the back of the heart up. Don't bring it to the knee, and then we're going to reverse crunch. So from here, then we exhale, we bring the knee to the elbow. Inhale, and we slowly peel back down. Take a breath, exhale, we switch side. The right elbow stays low. Exhale, peel the left elbow up and give it a squeeze. Inhaling, gently dropping back. So the deal with this one is we get to use the side obliques, the rectus abdominis, and when we pick the legs up, we're working the transverse. So we get to work all 4 layers of those ab muscles. So exhale here, and then we bring the knee back to the elbow, right? Those good friends touching. Inhale. Take a full breath in. Exhalation is where we find ourselves in asana. There's more space on the exhalation. Inhaling, slowly unwinding. Gently exhale, press, bringing them together. Inhale, full breath in. Exhale, left elbow, right knee, and then we bring the knee back to the elbow. Good. Squeezing your block strongly. Don't just hang out there, right? Squeeze the block. You can work the transverse abdominals in a stronger way. You can also work the adductors, the inseam of the leg. So exhale, gently press, bring the knee to the elbow. Inhaling, one more time, left elbow, right knee. Good, inhale. And we'll pause here, squeezing the block for 3. Turn the toes in for 2. Exhale for 1. Drop the feet on the floor. Set the block aside, and we're just going to take a tiny break. We're not going to totally release, just a little tiny break, kind of resetting. We're going to do something very similar again, similar shape, so we don't want to over-fatigue the body. All right, that feels good enough. Let's try that again. Bringing the block closest to the pelvic floor, knees in line with the hips, ankles in line with the knees, hands behind the head. It's a very similar action that we just took, except for we're going to reverse crunch up the whole body. So not going to the side, but towards the center. So the elbows come towards the midline, right? On the exhalation, the back of the heart picks up, the belly pulls in, and then we bring the knees in towards the elbow. Low lumbar drops, head drops. Exhale, pick the head up, knees to the elbow, reverse crunch. Good. Inhale, good. Exhale as we pick up 3. We're just going to do 5. Inhale, the elbows stay in. Exhale, 4. Inhale, down. Exhale, squeeze. Good. I think that's 5. When I start to talk a lot, I lose my sense of count. There's 6. Big breath in. Exhale, press for 7. Inhale, down. Exhale, press for 8, and then those good friends meeting again, hugging for, they haven't seen each other in a long time. And we're holding here for 5, hold for 4, hold for 3, hold for 2, hold for 1. Beautiful. Release. Drop the head, release the block. 5 breaths here. Just feeling the heat in the body, feeling the sensations in the abdominal muscles, maybe in the back of the neck, maybe in the inseam of the thighs. 4, right? Breathing into the soft skin below the navel. Even though this is a strong practice, we don't want to overwork the breath, right? It's good to become a little bit sweaty. You don't want to be drenched or out of breath ever, right? It's balance in yoga, right? Always working on balance. Okay, one more breath. Lovely. Okie dokes. We're going to take the block, again, on the same setting that we had in between the thighs. We're going to take it right onto the leg. You're going to do like that one-legged chair pose. You're going to take your elbow to the block, right? You can karate chop your arm if you feel like you're doing a little bit of a bicep. You can bring it in. Left hand's going to go down by the left sitting bone, and then we're going to point the left toe and straighten the left leg. You're going to take your low lumbar, no light. No light. So the low lumbar, you'll notice there's light, no light. Soften the kidneys onto the floor, and then we exhale, we bring the leg up and lower down. Exhale up, just 5 of these. Lower down. The right side of the body is static, left side of the body is dynamic. Make sure that the low lumbar stays connected. Good. Inhale down, exhale up. One more time, inhale down, exhale up. Now we're going to take the arm with us. So the left arm goes over the ear. The right elbow is pressing sweetly into that block, and then the knee is pressing back into that elbow. Okay? We drop the arm, we drop the leg. Exhale, inhale, press. Exhale, inhale. Good. Exhale, inhale. Strong point. Exhale, inhale. Last one. Exhale, inhale, and we switch sides. Same thing. So right on the thigh, on that medium setting elbow, pressing in. You can karate chop or kind of make a fist, it's indifferent. Flex the ankle, fan the toes. Right hand down by the right hip to start, making sure there's no light in the low lumbar, right? So you're really working your abdominal muscles. Pull the belly in strongly, and then we're gonna point the right toe. It's a little bit of brain work here. This is flex, this is pointed, or flex and extend, right? And the hand's there to help you for starts. If lifting the hand up and over was really challenging, skip, right? Skip, right? So the low lumbar is connected, belly's pulled in strongly, and we exhale, inhale. Exhale, inhale. Good. Exhale, inhale. Exhale, inhale. Last one. Exhale, inhale, and then we take the arm all the way up and over, okay? So the low lumbar, again, it stays so connected to the floor, no light. And then just 5. Exhale, inhale. Exhale, inhale. Exhale, in. Last 2, last 1. Lovely. Take the block, set it aside, turn the palms up, 5 full breaths. 4, 3, 2, last 1. Good. Okay, we're going to set that block aside. We won't need it anymore. Cross the ankles, left or right, right over left. You decide, rock and roll yourself all the way up. And then one more time, finding ourselves back in downward facing dog. Right? So the feet are the distance of the hips, hands are the distance of the shoulders. We're going to do that little bit of that knee, elbow bit, okay? So the left foot steps in ever so slightly, right? So it's underneath the navel, unless you really like it underneath the hip. Exhale, rise the right leg all the way up. Think about softening the shoulders so you can drop the head on the floor. We're looking for extension here in the front of the right thigh and the back of the left leg. Sharpen the toes strongly on the exhalation. Pull the belly in strongly. Take the knee to the elbow. Hold it there, 1 breath. Slide it down like a waterfall to the wrist. On the exhale, bring it back up, flex and fan. We rise high. Sharpen the toes strongly. Take the right knee to the left elbow. Twisting the body, working the side obliques, drop the sole of the foot on the floor, straighten the right leg, don't let it land, take the left arm up, variation of fallen triangle, and then we tap the blade edge of the foot. 1, tap 2, tap 3, pull the knee in, knee to the nose like a thunderbolt, drop the left foot, step the right foot next to the left foot. Clean the slate with that plank pose, Chaturanga Dandasana, press back up, plank, exhale dog. Same thing, second side. Slide the right foot in. On the exhalation, levitate the left leg, drop the right heel. Sharpen the toe, left knee, left elbow. Some of you might want to roll over the toe. They find each other. We slide it down, bring it back up. 3-legged dog. Hold for a breath. Sharpen the toe, left knee, right elbow. Roll to the sole of the back foot. Straighten the leg. Peel the right arm over the heart, and then we tap that foot just 3. Tap 2, tap 1. Knee to the nose. Drop the right hand. Step it back. Downward facing dog. All the way up and over this time. Plank pose. Hold for a breath. Chaturanga prep. Hold for a breath. Exhale. Chaturanga Dandasana. Hold for a breath. Finally, upward facing dog. Stretch the abdominal muscles. Back of the neck, back of the skull towards the back of the mat. And then knees go nice and wide. I'm going to ask that you tent the fingers, hammock the heart, and then gently melt the cheek, chin, or chest on the floor. 5 breaths here. Slowing your breath. Whew. Lovely. Dropping the head on the floor. Once again, pull the navel in. Slide the fingers all the way back. And then we'll grab our block. Just to stretch the abdominal muscles. Okie dokes. So find yourself in bridge pose, right? Heels in line with the hip bones. Take the block. Most of us are on the low setting, right? Most of us are on the low setting. If you have a bigger back bend, or you feel like you need more stretch in your ab muscles, maybe the medium setting. Very few of us are here. And in particular, we really worked strengthening the front of the body, right? We didn't work on opening the back of the body. So I'll offer on the low setting, you're gonna press the hips up just like we do in Setu Bandha Sarvangasana. And then the block's gonna go underneath the sacrum, right? The whole lower part of your, below the hip bone, right? The sacrum, that's where you want the block. It should feel good. It shouldn't feel like there's any pinching. And then you're gonna starfish your feet and starfish your hands. This is a counter pose. You're not gonna do anything other than allow the upward push of the block working in union with a downward pull of gravity on the extremities to stretch your abdominal muscles. So we're gonna also then use our breath, right? Use our breath to stretch the muscles. So nice full breath in. Exhale. One more time, big breath in. And if in any way you're feeling a pinch or a kind of a stronger conversation in your low back, sometimes just turning the block on the long way will support all of what you need. So you don't even need to use the block. You just take it from one direction in the other direction. And we go back to our starfish. Then we're just gonna hang here and enjoy all the sensations and the heat inside of the body for about 6 breaths. Right? Just like the restorative class maybe you took of mine, where we do less, we get more. It's the same thing here. Do less, get more. And then we'll gently slide the heel bones back in line with the sit bones. The hands come down by the hip bones, just like we did in Setu Bandha Sarvangasana. Press the heels in, lift the hips up, and you're gonna slide the block out. What feels good to my body is I like to lift the heels, find the awareness behind the heart, and waterfall the spine from that place. Roll round. Gently land lightly. Sacrum on the floor. And then we're going to cross again. One leg in front of the other. I usually like to work in opposites so there's a balance. Rock and rolling yourself up, and then we're just going to seal our practice together. So the same comfortable seated position that we started in. Bringing our hands together in prayer pose. Thumbs to the heart, chin to the chest, gently bowing in to honor ourselves first and then each other. Thank you all so very much for allowing me and for trusting me to guide you through this core practice today. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day. From my heart to your hearts. Namaste.